So aid data has been tracking Russian state-owned media mentions of civil society organizations in former communist, non-European Union countries in Europe from 2015 to 2021. So in short, we've been looking at Russian propaganda for the last 6 years, specifically focused in the civil society of all of these countries on the board. And this graph shows every time a Russian state-owned media outlet mentioned a civil society organization over this time frame, divided by country. All the way on your right, you have Ukraine, which is 6 times more mentions than any other country. And so this begs the question, what are the actual narratives that Russia is promoting in Ukraine? What are they talking about so negatively? So here are, and I cherry-picked some examples for you, some headlines over the entire period. In 2015, they talk about the rise of neo-Nazism in Ukraine post-Maidan. They also talk about it in 2017. They say that the veterans of the neo-Nazi Azov battalion and the right sector group make up Ukrainian civic activists. So basically, what I'm describing is Russia bombards Ukrainians, in particular Russians and Russian speakers, with narratives that they're under attack, they're highly threatened by a nationalist fascist government, and they need Russia to save them. And yet we see in the most Russian-speaking regions, the South and the East, support for the Donbass going to Russia is only 3% and 5% respectively. And in Crimea, it's only 5% and 6%. This begs the question, why? Why did this fail? I mean, the Russians have been so successful in their disinformation campaigns in the United States, in Spain, in the United Kingdom. Why did this fail? First, research shows that countries with a high degree of disinformation that experience it every single day have a population that can more easily identify it. Second of all, the Ukrainian government actually did a pretty good job during this time frame. They shut down pro-Russian outlets. They shut down pro-Russian oligarchs. And lastly, and arguably most importantly, Putin picked a really poor narrative. Even as the most staunch Russian speaker, most staunch ethnic Russian super nationalist, if you walk down the street in any Ukrainian city, it is extremely unlikely that you would be attacked by a Nazi.